Hello everyone, my name is Samantha, and today we will be going over heroes that were released in the Christmas Llamas in 2017 in Fortnite Save the World. You may be wondering why exactly I'm going over the old heroes. Well, I want to do so because a lot of people have started playing the game either after the Christmas event began last year or after the birthday event during the summer. What I'm getting at is that there is a good amount of the player base that hasn't had the chance to try out these heroes. Well, of course, until now. And I am of course gonna want to go over the newer heroes in a future video. Also, really quick, I want to say a quick thank you to all of you who have watched my videos, subscribed, commented, gave me constructive criticism, and just overall giving me any type of support, because we have reached 100 subscribers. So thank you all so much. I also want to apologize real quick for how late these videos have been getting out. Right now I'm in the middle of moving and getting a job, and there's other factors that go into it, so unfortunately a lot of my time has been taken up and it's been a little bit more difficult to make videos. Again, just thank you guys so much for the support. Anyways, I know you guys came here for the OG Christmas heroes, so let's get to it. We of course have Stalker Jonesy, Blitzen Kyle, Claus, and Fragment Flurry Jess. Essentially a special hero for each of the hero classes. Hey guys, I wanted to let you know right quick. I wanted to cover all 4 of the 2017 Christmas heroes in one video. However, when I was in the middle of editing the video, my computer told me that essentially it couldn't handle it. So I was forced to make this video into 2 parts, so I really apologize for that. In this video, I'll be going over Stalker Jonesy and Blitzen Kyle, and in part 2, I will go over Claus and Fragment Flurry Jess. Anyways, let's continue part 1 of this video. So first we'll begin with Stalker Jonesy, who is a soldier with a Demolisher subclass. And as you would have probably have guessed by now, based on the name of his subclass, this Jonesy specializes in grenades and explosions and that type of thing. When it comes to his perks, we see some that are typical to soldiers, such as Advanced Tactics, which increases health and ranged weapon damage by 10%. Some of the perks that stand out a little bit more than the more typical ones are Explosive Rounds, in which killing 10 enemies with a ranged weapon deals around 3000 damage in a tile radius. We also have Pull the Pin, which reduces energy cost of the frag grenade by 30, Grenade Generation, which states that every 20 kills with a ranged weapon grants 1 frag grenade. Shock and Wave. This one kind of stood out to me as well, as this skill allows Shockwave to apply slow to damaged targets, reducing movement and attack speed by 50% for 4.5 seconds. And the final skill to stand out to me is the Cluster Bomb, in which it releases 6 cluster explosions around the impact site that will each do 25% of the original damage. Stalker Jonesy also has the tactical squad bonus Rucksack, which increases the max grenade ammo by 2. This perk can be useful if you use grenades often when you play as a soldier. For a hero loadout for Stalker Jonesy, I chose to put Birthday Brigade Ramirez in the support slot, as her bonus increases assault weapon critical hit damage by 72%, and I used many assault rifles that I have made into crit builds. In the tactical slot, I chose to use First Shot Rio, as she increases the duration of Warcry by 5 seconds. Now, this loadout might not be the most optimal for this Jonesy, but it still was more so just my preference. I found myself enjoying Stalker Jonesy. Well, until recently, I have been a bit bad at playing different heroes other than the usual 5 or 6 that I usually use. So, I really liked his grenades and the Cluster Bomb perk that goes along with them. I liked utilizing the Warcry on occasion, and Shockwave in general is always a useful ability, especially when the Husklings come and attack you. So also, if you enjoy the grenade ability on soldiers in Save the World and like playing around with grenades and such, I would recommend using Stalker Jonesy, or at least trying him out. He's not the best soldier out there, but he's still pretty decent. Next we have Blitzen Kyle, who happens to be a constructor with the Warden subclass. His focus is mainly on the base and especially on using hardware weapons. Again, we see the usual perks such as Creative Engineering, Bull Rush, and Base. We have some perks that benefit using hardware and hammer weapons such as Bull Crush, in which After using Bull Rush, hammer damage increases by 55% for 10 seconds. We also have Kinetic Overload and Hardy Blows, in which every 4th hit with the hammer restores 49 base health. And one of the last perks that truly stood out to me was Exit Plan, in which if you are in any base, the Constructor's speed and blunt weapon crit rating are increased. The remaining perks just help boost abilities such as Kinetic Overload, Base, and Plasma Pulse. The hero loadout I use when I play Blitzen base Kyle is essentially Steel Wool Sid in the support slot, as his bonus increases the crit rating of blunt weapons. I personally chose Steel Wool Sid because my friend was kind enough to lend me a 6 feet under that has a crit build on it. You could also use Striker AC in the support slot, as his bonus increases blunt weapon damage and impact by 12%. I would then recommend using Heavy Base Kyle in the tactical slot, as his bonus is Feel the Base, in which the base generates energy when enemies are killed within the range and are affected by the base. Essentially, every 30 husks that are killed, the base will release an explosion that extends 3 tiles and knock back and deal damage to husks. If I'm being completely honest, I did struggle with this hero in Twine, but that isn't necessarily the hero's fault, but my own. I haven't upgraded many good melee weapons, especially blunt, hardware, and hammer weapons. However, again, thankfully I was able to acquire a 6 feet under by a friend, but I still kind of struggled with the hero. For sure, there are different constructors out there that can get the job done better than Blitzen. For example, when it comes to weapons, such as hardware and blunt weapons, Steel Wool Sid would be preferred if you have your blunt weapons spec'd in crit builds, because he has a few perks to help support crit rating and crit builds in general in those type of weapons. When it comes to building, especially in SSDs, at least for me, I run Heavy Base Kyle with Hot Fixer Hazard in the support slot, as he further reduces the cost of building materials. Essentially, I would still recommend not recycling this hero, as the hero system revamp is coming soon in the future, and he may become a little bit more prominent in the whole scheme of things. So, essentially, that is it for now. Let me know what you guys think about Stalker Jonesy and Blitzen base Kyle in the comments down below. Thank you all again so very much. Well, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.